Moon phases day 4, March 31st, 2020. Up at the top we have today's question, learning target, there's 2, and new vocabulary. Starting here at the lesson introduction at the top, yesterday we discussed how the moon's rotation around the Earth impacts the way the moon appears to us on Earth. Remember, a full moon is when the moon looks completely lit up from Earth, and a new moon is when we cannot see the moon from Earth because the unlit side is facing us. Now my margins got messed up on here, but this one right here should be a full moon. It's gonna look like this for us on Earth, so the completely lit up moon is facing the Earth. Down here we have the new moon. Here you can see that the unlit side of the moon is facing towards the sun. That's called the new moon, and it's going to appear like this, where it's completely dark. The unlit side is facing towards us. Remember, the moon does not appear lit all of the time because it is orbiting around the Earth. Half of the moon is always lit up by the sun, but the half that is lit up is not always facing towards the Earth. As the moon moves around the Earth, the amount of moon we can see changes. It takes 30 days for the moon to revolve completely around the Earth. Here you can see the different moon phases. Here's the sun. Here's how they appear at different times. Notice how the moon phases in the middle have the same names with either waxing or waning added. So here you can see we have a waxing crescent moon, and at the top we have a waning crescent moon. So these are the same name. The difference is either this waning or waxing word. Waxing means that more moon is becoming visible. You can see at the bottom where all of these are called waxing, more moon is becoming visible until we finally get to the full moon. Whereas waning, up at the top, you're seeing less and less of the moon until we get to the new moon. So waxing, you're seeing more, waning, you're seeing less. For each of the different moon phases, here's what they mean. We have a crescent moon when a very small part of the moon is lit up, is illuminated. It's going to look like this. A very small part of the moon is able to be seen. A half moon when exactly half of the moon is being illuminated. Notice half of the moon is being illuminated. It's either called the first quarter or the last quarter or a half moon. All the same thing. A gibbous moon is when most of the moon is being illuminated. It looks like this. Notice a crescent moon, if I were to add this crescent moon to this gibbous moon, it would be a complete moon. As you can see here, this little section and this little section are the same. So if you put them together, it would be the same moon, or the whole moon. All right, so explain the difference between a crescent moon and a gibbous moon. Here you're going to use this diagram to answer the following questions, and here's how you can check your work. The exit ticket for today reads, based on this diagram, which locations of the moon would cause a new moon?